So one more time. Circling, stepping forward, transferring weight, turning on the left heel all the way to the kick, and then transition into brush knee twist step. Now let's look at a few details. So first off, the contrast between double hand sweep, which we've already learned in the short form, and this is single hand sweep. So just the left arm and the right hand stays underneath the armpit, it doesn't move. When you do the kick, lift the leg up. Have the left arm here that does a backwards movement as you rotate to make sure that you bleed off the energy of the incoming punch. So it's not a block. You absorb it, you don't block it. And at the same time, the right hand comes forward to check the left arm of the attacker so he can't just hit you, which means now there is some time for your left hand to strike, whether it's a fist or a palm strike, doesn't matter, to come forward. So there's a window of opportunity right then and there. But it's only available to you if you take it right away. Right away means immediately after finishing the defensive movement and securing your entry with your right hand. So there's no time to waste. If you pause here, the attacker will be able to free up his left hand here eventually. This is not a joint block. This is just an obstruction that he can get around. The only purpose of this obstruction is to give you the time to throw that left hand strike. Now, if you don't do that, you will give him the time to free up this hand and attack you anyway, or he can pull back his other hand and strike again. Or what he might do is, if you stay here frozen in this position for some reason, but the goal is that you have some resistance to generate that similar feeling to being underwater. It's not the same. It cannot be the same. The idea when I say pretend you're submerged underwater is that it is an image. It's a concept that helps you train your body mechanics a certain way. It is not identical to being underwater, as I tried to explain in the beginning of this video. Nothing can be identical except actually being underwater. But then again, we start to float as human beings. Our bodies want to rise up, which means that we cannot practice the body mechanics like we do on dry land. So that's why it's only an image. The analogy only goes so far before it breaks down. So you have to take the positive elements of the concept and try to apply them and not take it 100% literally. When you do that, like I explained, a little bit